I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is one of two PayPal requests from Mark. Again, sorry for the lateness of it. I appreciate you and everyone else who has sent me requests via PayPal or Patreon. I really do appreciate that. If anyone has ever one request to review, re-review, movie topic, pretty much any other type of video, you either do it directly via my PayPal or you can join my Patreon, and certain tiers do you certain things. If not, no worries. If so, the links are down below in the info box. But one of the films he wanted me to review is an anime called Your Name from 2016, which I did not know anything about. I'm not a big anime guy, although there have been some I've enjoyed. I enjoyed, what was it, Akira, I would say is my favorite. I enjoyed Ninja Scroll. I did not mind Fist of the North Star. Right, I think the ending's weak, but overall I did enjoy the film. And there's a couple others, but there's others that are very highly praised I'm not big on. Like, I'm not big on the anime Ghost in the Shell. I'm sorry. I was not big on Princess Mononoke. It just wasn't for me. So I'm not a humongous anime guy. This one, I thought was decent. It's decent. It reminded me a little bit of, I don't know why it reminded me of Frequency with Dennis Quaid, which I like that more than this. Or a little bit of, what the hell was that? The Lake House with Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, which I actually like that film more than this. Because it's, I don't know why it reminded me, more maybe the Lake House. Mainly because the Lake House mixed in with a bit of Freaky Friday. The story of the film, you have these two, a guy and a girl. The girl lives in this little village where she wants to leave town. The guy lives in Tokyo and goes to school. And then they start having this weird reaction where they start waking up in different bodies. Mainly each other's bodies. So one day the girl's in the guy's body, another day the guy's in the girl's body, and they'll leave messages for each other, and they start acting weird. Then the next day they come back into their bodies, like, what the hell did you do? And you get the idea that the two are affecting each other's lives, but then they start easing up on it, and they start liking each other. Now, that's the Freaky Friday part. The Lake House part is you come to realize when the guy finally wants to meet the girl, her village is decimated by a comet that happened 3 years ago. And that's where it reminded me of the Lake House, because the Lake House was, they would send letters to each other, Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, but one was years ahead and one is years before. And this is the same thing here, where one is like 3 years ahead of the other. Like the boy is 3 years ahead of the girl. Because at one point the girl tried to meet the guy, but the guy didn't know who the hell she was, because to him it hasn't happened yet. I would say that the plot was interesting enough to keep me intrigued to see what would happen next. The voice actors did their jobs fine. It's a beautifully animated movie. There were times I was a little bit confused, trying to figure out what exactly was happening. their friendship maybe a bit more of really showed. That's not the way to put it. You definitely get the idea that they're trying to learn more about each other, but maybe a bit more of moments of, maybe less moments of, oh, I'm grabbing the tits. Almost any time he wakes up, he grabs her tits, like every single time. To the point that the girl's sister's like, why do you like doing that all the time? This is a guy. And yeah, you were guys, but not every fucking time. I would go a little down below, but no, it's not that kind of movie. For Splicit, I thought it would be that kind of movie, but it's not. Because I never know with the requests. Maybe it's that kind of movie that but it's not that kind of movie. If this was an American movie, there probably would be a Triple X parody that would be that kind of movie. But anyway, going on a tangent. So maybe a little bit less of that. Like, I get it. It was maybe funny the first time, but it keeps repeating itself. It's like, okay, we get it. Again, sometimes a little bit confusing, but the more I think about it, the more I'm understanding it more and more as I went along. When he goes back and finds the entire place is decimated, there's his little shrine and he drinks it, and he's back there again. And then there's a part where each one's in the other's bodies, and then they cross, and then I guess they kind of see each other for who they are. And there's certain decisions the characters made. I go, why? Like, they keep wanting to write shit on their hand. I'm like, can't you afford a piece of fucking notepad paper? I mean, you guys keep forgetting each other's names. This is easy to fix. You get a piece of paper, you get a pen, you get a fucking notepad. You go at the fucking store and buy for 99 cents at least. Or hell, at most. Little notepad, here's the name, blah, 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 blah. You write the name, you write the load. Hell, a fucking memento. The guy had short-term memory, and even he realized, just write the shit down on a fucking piece of paper. And him, he tattooed on his body, too. But, I mean, that's not a big deal. It's a funny, just a nitpick I had. Just get a fucking piece of fucking paper. Get a fucking notepad. Stop trying to write it on your fucking hand. Make these easier. But then he tells her what happened, and she's trying to get the town safe, and you know, it works out at the end. You know, the music for what it is isn't that bad at all. The animation is fairly well done. Again, the voice actors did their jobs fine. Again, I'm not really the guy to ask about anime. I don't know what it is. It's just not really something I seek out or look for. It's a hentai. No, kid. But I just, for what it is, I understand why people praised it, because it is an interesting enough story. I know it don't sound stupid, as is what I was bubbling around in my mouth about before. I would like to have seen more of them actually falling in love with each other. And I know people go, well, that's the whole story. I get that, but it seemed as if the montage was more about them being the goofy, silly comedy, and you're messing with my life, you're messing with my life. Maybe it would have been nice if the movie stopped a bit more for the introspection of, like, who is this guy, and you know, who are you, and then have a good lengthy montage of them really getting to know each other. I think that would have helped the love story a bit more. I know people say, well, that happens. Oh, maybe not enough to my liking. Yeah, maybe a little less of, of that, and it's either that, or the other guy, one of the running jokes is, they gotta go piss, and oh no, I gotta go piss, and I got a dick. They don't say it like that, but you get the idea. And there's nothing graphic about it. There's nothing There's no nudity, there's no violence, there's really no language. And I think with the animation, the music, the voice acting, when I say voice acting, I saw the subtitled foreign version, not a dub version or anything. And when it got to the ending, it was sweet. And the title "Your Name" is the question they asked each other quite a few times. Again, this is not going to be the best review for the film. Definitely seek out reviews of people who are much more knowledgeable in the anime forum, who are much more passionate about the legacy of anime films. As a movie itself, as an interesting enough story, I'm not going to go through every little detail for those who want to see it. The ideas intriguing enough, maybe a little bit confusing at first, but the more you think about it, the more it begins to make sense. It's a decent take on a love story. Even with what I said before, by the end, it's like, oh, okay, you're glad things worked out. Well, I guess I just spoiled it, but sorry. But you find out how it works out. There you go. That's me trying to save face for it. But yeah, as it is, it's not a bad film. Not a bad film. If you don't mind anime, if you like love stories but done in an interesting, different type of situation, it kind of remind me of a blend of The Lighthouse and Freaky Friday. I don't know why frequency. Maybe because there's one of the reasons things are happening is because of this something in space. Well, in this case, it's a comet, but like they're both looking at the same time. And now that reminds me of Frequency when Jim Caviezel looking at this weird disturbance in the air, and that's why he's able to talk to his dad. And that's also people in different time periods, but this friendship that grows. But I just think that's a better movie. Same with, I like The Lighthouse more. This one, again, this don't sound weird. Maybe a little bit less of the comedy aspects and a little bit more dramatic, emotional aspects injected in would have made it, for me, stronger of a film. Maybe that's not going to make sense to anybody who's seen the film. What the fuck are you talking about? This is my only natural, honest reaction to it. But I mean, if you watch the trailer, if you watch other reviews, which are going to be better than this one, if you read it up on Wikipedia, if you like anime, you like love stories, and if it interests you, definitely give it a watch. I didn't think it was a bad film. Believe me, I'd say if it was a bad film. Or if it was a film I just did not care for at all. Like, I don't care for Princess Mononoke at all. I don't care for the original Ghost in the Shell at all. That means I think it's a bad film, or I just go, it wasn't my cup of tea. And that's where I go with those films. They just were not my cup of tea. They're not bad films. They just were not my cup of tea. This one, then the story and the situation was interesting enough that it kept me wanting to see how it would end and how it would be resolved. And maybe you'll feel the same. Maybe not. I don't know. But either way, thank you, Mark, once again. I have another review coming up for him in a bit. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.